Just a few updates. We don't get to touch base that often, but I would like to just share some good news for Huntsville and the region and tourism and hospitality, some heartwarming news for our region. I'm pleased to tell you that Rory Golden, the long-standing executive chef at Deerhurst, who many know in the area, has been honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award by the Tourism Industry Association of Ontario. Now, this award will be presented in Ottawa at the upcoming Ontario Tourism Summit, but many of us, including myself, have benefited in the hospitality, our career, by having this man mentor both myself and many people and the people we work with. So Explorer's Edge would like to acknowledge that incredible contribution he's made to the industry as well. And as we were part of the nomination committee putting in his nomination. I just like to let everybody know that we'll be hosting an event on November 17th at the Canvas Brewing Company from 5:30 to 7:30 to honor Rory. We'll post details about this on our website tomorrow for those who want more info. But we are right now collecting stories about Rory. So if any one of your viewers has been impacted by his contributions, we'd like to share a story. Please reach out to me at james@explorersedge.ca. So I just thought I'd share that, that news with everybody because Rory has been such a long-standing part of the community and part of the region and tourism. So
well-deserved award for sure. I mean, I've met Rory quite a few times in my experience, and he has always been beyond accommodating and helpful. So I can imagine that.
And he's helped start a lot of local businesses and entrepreneurs in any way he can as it relates to culinary. But as you start off this segment, we all know workforce is an issue right now, and the tourism industry in particular is having a hard time filling positions. So to that end, Explorer's Edge, we have created a job bank that we're heavily promoting right now. We have a good set of marketers and communicators on our team. And we've had a lot of people checking out our job bank. And so if you're a regional tourism business with job openings and would like to list with us, please also contact me and we'll get out the details of the job bank and how you can put up positions on it. So that's something we're doing in the short term because we are beyond crisis right now with filling many positions, and tourism's the backbone of our economy.
Well, just tell me, I mean, James, I mean, obviously we understand the importance of RTO being involved in this because you are tourism focused, and as you said, tourism is the backbone, and so is the employment level on tourism. Why has RTO12 felt important to also involve yourself in helping with this process?
Well, one, it's part of our pillars of our funding from the provincial government, but two, we have expertise and been long-standing marketers to the region. Our marketing has built business cases to attract airlines to the region. It's moved forward many of events, and it's helped get product out the door, like the ice trail and Arrowhead back in the early days. Mm-hmm. It had the most, it really took off because of the expertise our team. So why not turn our attention to, because there's job banks everywhere, but in our opinion, the key missing ingredient is good marketing and communication of that job bank, and our ability to pinpoint through social media, through content marketing, is paying off dividends in the first week alone, getting over 6,000 hits to the website and outbound referrals to businesses. So we're going to play our small role in this overall crisis and helping. We've got some long-term projects and regenerative strategies as well we can get to later. But I just thought I'd update as small business owners and business owners in tourism that if you have jobs, please get them on our job bank, and we'll make sure eyes get on it.
James, this has been a tough nut to crack even before the pandemic. I guess what is RTO hearing right now from employers in terms of what the issues might be, and employees maybe as well? And you've sort of alluded to it, but what are you doing differently, I guess, at this point to try to amp up the attractiveness of these positions?
Well, I don't think there's not one single issue. It's not that we're not paying enough. There's many things. It's a mix of accommodation, transportation. It's do people coming from outside the region feel welcome in the region? The winters, connectivity with people. There's a gambit of challenges that hit tourism and hospitality. the long hours. They're not inspired to work in tourism. So I think we as an industry have fallen short on that. And there's no RTO, in my opinion, more passionate about tourism than Explorers Edge. So we're going to lend ourselves, and we have been doing this for years, teaching at Georgian College and guest speaking at Ryerson University to inspire the next generation of workers to come up here. So it's not just about putting ads to getting to the job bank. Our team writes content that inspires the people to build a career in tourism, and we'll be pushing out that content next week with the deliverable of, read the content, get inspired, then go look at a job in tourism. So it's moving them down sort of the workforce funnel, if you will, to get them interested in working here, and then showing the plethora of jobs that are available here. So, we're going to lend ourselves where we can, but there's no one issue. That's, I think, the biggest fault is trying to tackle workforce by addressing one silo, because there's multiple silos and we have to take a holistic look of everything that's going on. So we have some bigger strategies that will address all the different workforce pillars or challenges and bring it all under one umbrella. It's more of a marathon, but right now we want to make sure eyes get on some of the very the jobs that are really holding us back right now. And I mean holding us back seriously in the fact that businesses are closing days of the week and closing for lunches. So holding back, they can't even operate. And you got to remember, tourism and hospitality is perishable. If those seats don't get filled on a Tuesday, you can't go back and fill them later. So they're missing out on some revenue coming in by not having those jobs filled. And then taxes, and then it ripples.
I was going to say, I have to say, James, it is refreshing to see RTO getting involved in this, because I fully believe, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this too, that this is not a singular fix from any one organization. Needs to be a group effort in order for us to try and as I alluded, or as I was saying before, crack this nut of employment issue in Muskoka. So it is nice to see this sort of group mentality that RTO12 is taking of involving yourself, moving out, thinking outside the box, which is not unusual for your team.
We have to stop the bleeding and sort of sustain it and make sure we can continue to regenerate and have this as an ongoing thing, which finally leads me to a sort of another update, is that we made a commitment to lead the national tourism industry in helping tourism businesses introduce sustainable measures on their properties. We're hosting a session with a sustainable tourism expert, Angela Nagy from Green Step Solutions, where small business owners can learn about the business case for sustainability and how to go about getting it started. And more importantly, not just one Zoom, but an ongoing effort over the next 5 years, because we want to be able to show that there is a bottom line to introducing sustainable measures at your property, where it does hit the balance sheet and income statement, and it's not just sort of a pat on the back, but there is a monetary value. By investing in sustainability, you can help the bottom line. So we'll be partnering with some tourism operators as well to support them over the next 5 years as they go through the process of introducing measures on their property. But the Zoom event is open to any small business owner, not just tourism. And you can find information at RTO12.ca. But it takes place October the 20th from 1 to 2:30. And like I said, folks can register by going to our website. You'll see Green Step right there on the landing page. But, we can't, the challenge is when we start to focus on one thing, we can't lose sight of all these other balls in the air. So while workforce is important, as we come out of the pandemic, we still need to find ways for operators to be competitive and programs that impact the bottom line, because there is still debt to be paid back, and there's still big investment by small business owners in PPE and measurements at their properties. So we're looking outside the box, and the sustainability is something that we're sinking our teeth into and helping businesses.